God loves you guys so much. I just wanted to give you a little short encouragement about this weekend. We started a series last weekend called The Defining Battle. 3 weeks that are going to be talking about rebelling, responding, and then finally restoring. Last week we talked about Hezekiah and how after he did all of these incredible reforms, kind of the last thing that he did is he actually rebelled against the king that Israel was under. What I wanted to do is talk to you and give you a little bit of insight into the next message, which is going to be responding. The enemy has a response, God's people have a response, and of course, God has a response. I want to encourage you also to read 2 Chronicles chapter 29 through 32 in preparation of this week's message. It'll really help you out and it'll really bless you. Let me give you a little bit of, I'll give you a verse from 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 1. It says this: After the faithful deeds of Hezekiah, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came and entered Judah, and he laid siege to the fortified cities, and he intended to break into them. The thing about this is it's giving us the response of the enemy. Whenever God's people do something that makes a spiritual impact, like Hezekiah did, when we do things that make serious impacts on our families, on our finances, on our relationships, many people are surprised that the enemy has a response. The response of the enemy was an incredible military campaign. Basically, if you've seen the movie The 300, you'll remember that the 300 Spartans were in a small little valley and they were defending against tens of thousands of people from Babylonia or Persia. The point of the movie was a small group was fighting a large group. This is exactly what happened in real life. Hezekiah had dedicated himself to God, had taken authority over all of the wickedness that was going on, had reestablished God's house, had reinstituted tithing and offerings, had reinstituted the priesthood, had made all kinds of reforms. Everything he was doing was so good. He brought peace and God's ways back to the people of Israel. And then, literally, it seemed like hell broke loose. That's one of the things that we have to do, and we're going to be talking about this weekend. How to respond when the enemy responds to you. How to respond when the enemy seems to rise up and God seems to be far away after you've done so many things right and it looks like everything is going wrong. What we're going to be talking about is the response of the enemy, the response of you, and the response of God. I look forward to seeing you this weekend, and we're going to see what great things await for us as we define God's battle.